Hello, I'm here today to show you how to make zucchini bread, but not the kind of sweet cake-like zucchini bread that most people are used to. I have a lot of zucchini in my garden, and I have some onions too in my garden, and I thought I would make a savory zucchini bread, and it came out great. It's just delicious. Here's what it looks like. It's a kind of a flatbread, and it's summertime. That's why I have all the zucchini. And I didn't even have to turn on the oven to make my kitchen hot, because this can be baked on the stovetop, just on a griddle or a frying pan. So I'm going to show you how to make it, and it's pretty easy. So pay attention. So we'll start with putting water in a bowl, and we're going to add yeast and salt. And then we'll give that a good stir. If you use the dome, it really dissolves very quickly with that kind of flat stirring that it can do. I'm using rosemary. You could use a different kind of herb here if you'd like. And then adding the zucchini and the onions, all nicely minced and shredded. And then stir those together before we add the flour. This is all-purpose flour, but you could just substitute in some whole wheat flour if you'd like. This is kind of a dry dough in the beginning, but eventually the zucchini releases its liquid, its water, and then it becomes much more familiar kind of dough. But you just stir it until it's all moistened, and it's a little stiff, but just let it be and let it rest for a minute or two, and then knead it. And of course, kneading with the dough makes it really easy. For about a minute or so. You just smear the dough on the bottom of the bowl and turn the bowl, and it makes a very nice dough after that. Then gather to the center, forming a ball, and we're going to cover it with a sopping wet cloth. I use a double cloth, but and this is a heavy kind of wool cloth, and I just let it rise for, it's going to be probably an hour or so. And then when it's doubled in bulk, you put some flour on the surface and scrape the dough out of the bowl onto the floured surface. And now we're going to roll it into a cylinder and cut it into 8 pieces. This can be very quickly and coarsely done. It doesn't have to be a fine cylinder of dough. And then you can use the dome to cut it up into 8 pieces, or a knife if you prefer. And just make them more or less even, but it's not like they're going to be baked together. They're going to be cooked on the stove top, so they don't have to be identical in size. And then to make them a kind of a nice shape, you make them into ball shapes by taking the dough and wrapping it to the underside to make kind of a circular spherical dough ball. And then do all 8 of them. And when you've got them all ready, allow them to rest and rise for at least 20 minutes till they get a little bit puffier and bigger. Then roll them out with a rolling pin. Make sure everything's got enough flour so it's not going to stick to the counter or the rolling pin. And roll them out until they're about 6 or 7 inches in diameter. You'll see it's kind of thin when you take them off. Then cook them on a griddle on kind of medium heat until each side is browned. It'll be about three or so minutes on each side. Then there it is, it's ready, and it's just a delicious bread, and I hope you'll try it. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed that, and try making it. And I want to thank all of my subscribers for your support, and do come back again for more delicious recipes. Goodbye.